Hey guys, today's Wednesday, January the 31st of 2024. And let's look at natural gas. Okay, so these are closes, and I wanted to kind of, get the chart naked. I wanted to just show you a few things. Do a Fibonacci extension from here to here to these closes. You can see that we just kissed the 100%, which is 205. Makes sense it would stall right there and just kind of go sideways. The next one is the 1.618 Fibonacci, which is 127. I don't think is going to go down there. That's my view. I mean, I could be wrong. I have something somewhere between 166, 165, 164, 172, in like kind of in this range. I'm expecting that. Price action is not always just going to go straight down. I think there's going to be kind of like a bounce here and give it time, because it's time, according to Gann's theory, it's all about time. It's not price. So it has to play its time out before it stalls out. And, from my analysis, this is where it's going to stall out. So it makes sense that we probably get a bounce somewhere between February and March. And in one of those 2 months, and I'm even looking at, April and May, but that's extreme. That could mean that we could just be going sideways for a while, or maybe a nice little, retrace and then make a low somewhere around April and May, but that's extreme. I'm kind of leaning, the data is really pointing out a lot in March, February and March. April typically is pretty strong. So I just wanted to show you these key levels. Why we kind of hovering around here. Let's take that off and let's put our lines. This is kind of like the target I'm having, which is realistic. Keep an eye on the February 9th and the 26th. And I added these ellipses. So it looks like volatility is going to increase. You could say from February 1st, which would be tomorrow, and Friday. So we know statistically that Thursday is very bearish. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's very ugly. This is today, and it's ugly, but not that bad. But Thursday is very ugly, and then Friday, for some reason, is very bullish. Maybe the bulls show up and be like, "All right, we had enough. Let's move this forward." If that's the case, or whatever is going to happen, catalyst, whatever, event, news, anything is going to give it a bump up, which makes sense. Looks like an ABC pattern. So yeah, so it could go up there. That could play out, but I just want to let you know the ellipse is already warning us about volatility. What direction is going to go? Since it's so oversold and I can't see it going right away, it's going to be too soon into the target that I'm thinking, but I could be wrong. A nice little bump, but you got to wait for the signals and, your trading strategy for that to play out. Let's look at the Elliott Wave, which I wanted to show you. As you can see, it already has changed. It's now a 1, 2, 3. So there's supposed to be a 4 coming up, and it's projecting a 4 between 219, 230 around there, and then a wave 5 at 141. I think that's too much, but that's what the Elliott Wave count is showing. So I figure, and it has a wave 3 around here, which I think is I don't know. I feel like this is more wave 3, a wave 4 here, and then that wave 5 coming February and March around there. So I wanted to show you that. All right, a couple of things to dissect here. Let's look at our Gann grid. And I'm always having a tough time getting this thing up here. So our Gann grid, as you can see, we're hovering about the 1 by 1, which is interesting. It's kind of floating around there. Also, what else I wanted to show you? I showed you measured move already, but if you haven't seen it, there's a measured move that leads you to 198. Pretty much close to 194, but it's at 198, and that measured move is this move right here. From here, that level. Let's see. That's measured move. I wanted to show you. It's probably here. Swing chart, weekly support. As you can see, we're in this area where if the bulls are going to show up, they're going to show up somewhere around here. The volume, you can see that is very below average. And I can't tell who won here. Maybe the bulls won yesterday, but today is today. Let's look at our simple glance chart. And we're still close to the MACD zero line, so I'm not really too interested. Like I said, I'm looking at -1, -1.5 to start, considering it. So I'm going to be waiting. And it looks like we're about to have a crossover on the monthly. That's the value area low. Very extreme. If we had this down here and we were here, I'd be interested. But I'm just waiting on the sidelines, waiting here. You can see on the daily. Now we'll want to get a bump here and do that wave 4. According to the Elliott Wave, we need to get positive on the MACD. And we need to start, looks like it's setting a base here. Let's see for Thursday and Friday how that's going to play out. And maybe next week. Maybe next week it'll probably start. Maybe they're building the position here. And maybe next week they're going to start pushing it higher. You could probably put some trend lines from wherever, important pivots. And see if you see where it stalls. And this is going to be the key when it starts going down into February. And it takes out that 203. How far is it going to go and where is it going to find its support? For midpoint, as you can see, midpoint chart just kind of going sideways. It really hasn't done much in the overnight session. Just kind of going sideways. You can look at the 30-minute here. A lot of chop on the US session. Oversold. Is down. Just kind of basing here. And it looks like it may want to repeat that again for the US session here. Maybe try to grind higher, but we'll see. But the overnight, they really sold it. It made even a new low. And there's this level of 202 you want to watch. So that's it for my analysis. Just keep on watch. I know tomorrow and Friday is going to probably be a lot of volatility, whatever that's going to bring. So just place your stops. And if you're thinking about, going for a scalp, yeah, it's very possible. Or swing to the upside. Targets would be 216. Realistic, and you need to at least get above 208 today in order to test these highs, which is 211. Looking at the Gann square of 9, you're right here at 203. So yeah, 211, 218, and then 225. Is that going to play out? I don't know, but keep those bigger targets on watch. I'm going to sign out. Hope you liked this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.